So Wish stock, after having a multi-day upward trend, it is now pulling back. We're about to jump into this chart, but before we do, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel. Invest for Tomorrow to all the subscribers. Welcome back. And all I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So WISH stock, ContextLogic Inc Wish stock has actually jumped up and Wish stock has pulled back down. I've stated this a lot of times that the more it goes up and it comes right back down just as fast, the bigger the chances are of a possible bull trap, right? We've seen bull traps on the way down. We've talked about them from up here, down here, here, this one right here, and it pulled right back down here. And I started stating, this is looking like it's getting a little weak. Could this be a possible bull trap if it pulls back pretty fast? And if it doesn't consolidate with strength from the move down here to here, this could be on its way back down, could form a bull trap. But when you look at this from the bigger perspective, which is the two channels I'm about to draw, it's between 880 and 1050, right? Within this area, if it continues to consolidate and fight within these areas and not go lower, then this could be strength from the bulls from the move down here to where it's at now. And then all it takes is a catalyst to push this up to newer highs, new resistance levels, and a possible squeeze because of shorts having to cover if this goes higher. So there's a lot going on right now with this stock, but in the more zoomed in picture right here, I've noticed that every time it jumps up, if it pulls right back down, it actually forms a bull trap, and it's making more investors having to stay with the stock if their goal was to just get in and get out. So the first thing I want to point out is if you plan on looking at this stock or actually doing further due diligence, just know that this is speculative right now. It is forming. I mean, they're growing. They're appointing, a lot of different executives from Google, formal executives from Google over to Wish. I stated how, that could be a good sign that these investors are actually looking at this, right? Institutional investors and retail investors, and the same executives as well, they're investing their time into going into this company when they've come from a much bigger company at one point, and they started off at Google when it was this low. Could it be the next one? Those are the big questions. So Wish stock right now is in a position where, if it goes lower based off analysis ratings and all the possibilities in the future to come, if the growth actually starts to happen, it has a lot of upside potential. So the lower it goes, the bigger the opportunity. Now, the thing is, what is it doing now? So we're seeing it pull back pretty fast. After that news that just came out with the executive joining, it jumped up. The next big catalyst could be the CFO, and beyond that would be short squeezes and then momentum of institutional investors and retail investors loading up. So Wish stock right now is definitely pulling back. And what are we going to have to watch? Well, the next support level beyond where it's at right now, because it's the lowest point of the day, is down here. And that's 921, 922, give or take. And then all the way down here at 882 being the lowest point that created a double bottom effect. It jumped up and now it's coming back down. So if it retests these lows, it is something to watch carefully. Could we break through them and go any lower? That's what we're going to be watching carefully. But right now, we're slightly above it. If this can jump back up or consolidate in this area, it could show some strength. Now, for this to actually start pushing upwards, it needs to break through 981. The bulls need to turn that into a support to continue going higher. But beyond that, the highest point of the day is significant, and that's 1031, so that the bulls can actually go higher, reach newer highs, new resistance levels, and break out into bullish territory. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with a friend so they can receive the insight as well. And all I ask for is 3 to 5 more minutes of your time. I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys, as well as the opportunities I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. I managed to find a home run opportunity that gave 50% plus at its highest point. So stay tuned for that. And if you want to get live updates, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and we look forward to having you join us. So the ticker symbol I want to share with you guys is one that I've talked about before, and I'm really liking the strength that it has, and if it continues to go lower, the opportunity is becoming even larger. So we're going to look at that chart in just a moment, but before we do, I want to share with you guys the opportunities I mentioned this morning over at the Discord, and if that's something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together. So here we are with BYSI, that was one of them, WHLR, and ATHE. Now BYSI turned out to be the home run of the day, but it didn't move like a typical stock would, right? Right after that bell, it got halted on the way down, and I stated that's a sign of major outflow. I will watch with caution, and I stated that it's moving pretty fast in the pre-market, and I was going to watch it for a possible pullback. If not, I wasn't going to touch it. So we are going to look at these charts here, how they reacted and how it went. And by the way, ATHE still gave us a nice 5 to 10% opportunity, which is a realistic expectation. But let's look at this home run here. So BYSI pulled back pretty hard towards the bell, jumped up a nice 5 to 10%, pulled back again, and just a matter of 30 minutes, it jumped up nearly 30 to 40%, pulled back down again, and it actually jumped up to a highest point of 40% plus, almost reaching 50% plus on the day. This was a phenomenal turnout, but it didn't move as fast as we typically would see a stock move, and it was very volatile, and it was falling pretty fast. As I stated, I was going to watch it with caution. It halted on the way down, jumped up, and continued to go lower, and then it started to pull back up, and it got halted here, pulled back down, and the rest of the day, it carried momentum. So very interesting stock, how it moved and how it played out. Now, WHLR, we started watching this one pretty early on in the pre-market. After jumping and pulling back at $4 it was sitting, it jumped up nearly almost 10%. It reached about a 5 to 10% opportunity, pulled back down, and took off for a highest point of 15% plus, guys. So if you want to know what stocks I watch daily and become part of the community with the other members and a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description, and we look forward to having you join us over at the Discord. So what's the ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list? That's GNOG, Golden Nugget Online Gaming. This stock has been expanding, growing through the volatility. There's a lot of pressure pushing it to the downside, and earnings, right, is pretty positive for 2020. Now 2021, it's still pushing through for Q1. We're going to have to see if it can continue this positivity of growth and positive net income and earnings and revenue. And if that continues to grow, that will reflect at some point in the stock's price. That's something that I really like about the business model, as well as the stock is going lower again, right? It's been consolidating here with volatility between $11 and nearly $12 and some change, and now it's pulling back down, sitting at $11.37, and the lowest point that we've seen in this whole entire bearish run and bounce back up and where it's at now is down here at 10.09. So the lower this goes, the bigger the opportunity. And if you look up analysis price target ratings, they're pointing this one to the upside, and it's definitely something to do further due diligence on, further research to understand the company and what's so attractive about it. But just based off the technicals right now, forget about the fundamentals, but just the technicals in the chart, it's been showing strength even though it pulled upwards to almost $15 and pulled back down. It hasn't reached the 10s, and the closer it gets to $10, and if it even breaks below it, if we were to have a correction or a pullback in the overall markets, the opportunity is becoming even larger. As always, this is not financial advice. This is just me enlightening you guys on the stocks I'm watching and why I'm watching them. And if you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe and click that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Can't thank you enough. And as always, let's make some money.